over Christmas.
I mean, 5:30 there.
Maybe just a, dollar off or, some blown glass or something like that.
And I also got, I've gotten so many certificates for Hot Shot because I used to work at the fair.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
Well, good, we should have a trade because I got some from Sebastian's too.
thinking,
During COVID, I'm like, I'm not using this gift certificate.
Right.
Oh,
How do I,
no, I didn't want
where
to.
do I go to leave something
Oh,
for,
like,
public,
Oh, yeah.
by DPW?
Restaurants cash.
So I can go over there to
Money you
shop?
already got.
Anywhere really. I mean, we can deliver it too. I mean, we got a mailbox here.
To put
What's the
things
marching
like that.
band thing? I went to
Okay.
use
Oh,
those.
yeah.
Because I
You
don't
were
have
at
an envelope
Macy's
to put it
parade
in.
this year, were they next year?
What do you got?
Because I was watching the
Nominate
street
two
going,
papers.
hey, I think
I
this
can
guy,
get you-
his
I'll
kid
get
is in
you,
this. I was like,
inter-office mail.
next year.
No, actually, so
When they
the
get
ones
them-
that were in there,
Right after
Vanderbilt, Touch Spring,
Perfect. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
they all competed at that event in Indianapolis.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that would be the live ones.
Okay.
All right.
Really go on talking about marching band.
Good afternoon, everyone, and the hour being 5:30 on Tuesday, November 29th, 2022. I will now call the Public Works and Service Committee meeting to order. The first order is roll call. Mr. Pritzloff,
Thank you, Madam Chair. Alder Jones,
President.
Alder Land,
Present.
Alder Paffrath,
Here.
Alder Sebastian,
Present.
Alder Perez.
Present.
Thank you, sir. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for our November 9th, 2022 meeting.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
I will second.
A motion by Alder Land, second by Alder Sebastian to approve the minutes for November 9th, 2022. Any discussions, corrections? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? The motion passes. First item is 0865-22. Communication sponsored by the chair on behalf of Tom Mobeck, Director of Parks and Recreation, submitting change order number 1 to contract 2022132 Zoo Pathway Permanent Repair and Shoreline Protection, CW Hooper Contractor. Staff recommendation, did I say? Staff recommendation that change order number 1 be extended to completion date to July 31st, 2023. There is no physical impact with change order number 1. Mr. Molback.
Yeah, exactly what it states. We're looking for this project, was hopefully to start before winter started. There are some preliminary things that they're going to be able to do, but the original date, which I do not have with me, is not going to work. So we worked it out with the contractor to use July 31st, so that will allow them to get it done. Hopefully, we get done earlier, depending on weather, but we're using a deadline as of July 31st.
Thank you. Any questions from committee? Alder Perez.
So if they go beyond July 31st, do we get money back or?
If they're not done by July 31st?
Yeah.
I would have to actually look at the contract to see if there's anything in there that states that.
I can answer that.
Yeah.
They go into liquidated damages. So
Yeah, so I mean,
pursuant to the
July
contract,
31st is the
that is correct.
date.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Depends situational too. If it's, sometimes it might be not their fault or whatever, but we can give them the contract.
Like it's still snowing in April or something.
Please no.
Okay.
Any further questions from committee members? Saying none, I would entertain the motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
It's been motioned by Alder Perez, second by Alder Land to approve item 0865-22. Any further discussions? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Our next item is 0866-22. Communication sponsored by the chair on behalf of Tom Moback, Director of Park and Recreation, submitting change order number 1 to contract 2022084. Park Asphalt Paving DK Contractors, Inc. Contractors. Staff recommendation that change order number 1 be approved to contract 2022084 Parks Asphalt Paving DK Contractors, Inc. Contractors. to extend the completion date to May 31st, 2023. Fiscal note, there is no physical impact with change order number 1. Mr. Moback.
Kind of similar to the first one, this particular bid project had 4 projects altogether under it. The one that did not quite get a chance to be finished is the Island Park tennis / pickleball court. My understanding that the asphalt is in, but because of weather, they could not paint it and finish it. It actually works out better to extend it, and they were able to get the asphalt in because now the top layer can get weathered a little bit, and then the paint actually will adhere to it better in the spring. Otherwise, it would have to wait a little bit anyways. So this actually works good for us. We're using May 31st. Depending on weather, I believe it has to be a certain degree. It's like 50 degrees or something.
45 and rising.
Yeah. So we're looking at 31st was agreed upon by the contractor to use that date.
Any questions from committee members? Seeing none, a motion is in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been motioned by Alder Perez, second by Alder Land, to approve item 0866-22. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Our next item is 0867-22, communication sponsored by the chair on behalf of Tom Moback, Director of Parks and Recreation, submitting change order number 1 to contract 2022083, Park Services Building Lot Paving, AW Oaks and Son Inc. contractor. Staff recommendation to extend the completion date to May 1st of 2023. Physical note, there is no physical impact with change order number 1. Mr. Moback.
Yeah, this project we thought was going to be able to get done, but when it got all the signatures and everything on the contract, it got to be that time of year where supposedly not enough concrete was available to complete the project, or they didn't feel that they could get it. That was the explanation. So we decided to hold off on this, use May 1st as the new deadline. Hopefully by then, we will be finished by that. I can't guarantee you I won't be back for another date, but we're using May 1st as what they feel they can get the project done for the parking lot outside of Park Service building.
Any questions from committee members? Alder Perez.
You said Park Services building?
Yes, the one on Lake Lockwood Drive. That's where our Parks Division works out of.
Oh,
That's
the one we
across
put a
the
fence
street.
in around last time, but
Yep.
nobody could figure out where that was.
Yep, that's-
Okay,
Any further questions from committee members? And seeing none, a motion is in order.
motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Alder Perez, second by
Wait.
Alder Sebastian, to approve item 0867-22. Any further discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Moore. Our next item is 0868-22, communication sponsored by the chair on behalf of the city engineers submitting change order number 1 to contract 202270-2022 sidewalk replacement riser of Racine LLC contractors. Staff recommendation that change order number 1 to the contract be approved, extending contract calendar date completion time from 75 to 105 calendar days and suspending the contract time effective December 1st, 2022 and resuming April 1st, 2023. Physical note, there is no physical impact with change order number 1. Engineer Molinder.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is pretty much the season of these change orders tonight. Is everything is pretty much the same thing where the weather is shutting us down. Supply is hard to get. Raza has been has been documenting the fact that they cannot get concrete from multiple suppliers. They usually do about 20 cubic yards of concrete a day, and they've been getting less than 20 cubic yards a week. So we basically shut them down because of weather. They did a few critical areas of sidewalk that were in, that have been set for a while that we could get them through. And we're just going to suspend the contract over the winter and restart it up on April 1st.
Alder Perez.
So do we have a tentative deadline date as well?
Then it's their calendar days. I don't know when that comes out to be. I think it was probably past May 31st, so it'll be sometime in June that the day is, but we just extended them, from 75 to 105 calendar days. They've already used up about 20 of them or so, so.
Alder Bathrat.
Explain calendar day to me? Is it-
I'm sorry, what?
Can you explain calendar day?
Road construction contracts are usually either working days, which is usually Monday through Friday,
Okay.
or Monday through Saturday. Calendar days are every day of the calendar, so Sunday will count. That's the way we usually do it. That way we just have a set day. If it rains, and we'll, they have to eat the first few every month.
Right.
But if it rains, say they were allowed 4 rain days in the month of whatever, and they get 6, they get 2 days of extension. So it's just, that's the way we keep track of contracts.
Okay. Thank you.
Any further questions from committee members? Seeing none, a motion is in order.
I'll second.
It's been motion by Alder Land, second by Alder Patrick, to approve item 0868-22. Any further discussion, questions? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? The motion passes. Our final item is 0869-22, communication sponsored by the chair on behalf of the city engineer, requesting a change in the municipal code to facilitate a change in restricted parking at 1800 North Main Street. Staff recommend that the restricted parking in front of the business located at 1800 North Main Street be changed from 2-hour parking except Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays to 1/2 hour parking at any time. Fiscal note, there is no physical obligation for the city to amend the municipal code. There is a nominal fee to produce the standard parking restrictive signs rather. Mr. Molitor.
You pretty much, thank you, Madam Chair. You pretty much stated everything I need to. It's basically, we're just changing the parking zone. They wanted a loading zone. This is kind of a cheaper method for them. That way they don't have to pay for the loading zone, and we're just reducing it to a 1/2 hour of parking. They kind of want it for their takeout business whenever they get their business up and running at that location. It's literally 50 feet of roadway that we're changing the ordinance on.
Thank you, sir. Alder Lynn.
Which business is this?
It's the 1800, it's right in the middle of the block of Main Street on the west side. I don't even know what they're putting in there yet. They're remodeling right now.
Also, it's a new business.
Yeah.
Only gonna be in front of the
Yeah.
business.
And like I said, the previous owners must have had a 2-hour parking restriction limit for it's literally between 2 driveways, and they just wanted it a little less as 1/2 hour, so.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Alder Perez.
There's 18 feet of curb between the 2 driveways, but the current sign has arrows in both directions.
Yeah. current sign
So
is-
how far do those arrows go now?
We are gonna put up 2 signs with arrows pointing
Come on.
towards one another, so it's basically just in front of their business. That,
And the 1/2 hour over the 4 hours makes sense because they want constant movement.
yes, that's what they requested after I gave them options. So that's the lowest we have on the books for a current ordinance. Otherwise, we had to rewrite another ordinance. So
And minimal cost for the signage, are we doing the signs internally or? are
Yeah, we will
going
do
out?
signs internally, but then we recycle the signs that are out there, so it's the cost of the, you know, I don't even, it's not.
It used to be
Yeah.
$80, it's still around $80?
That's to produce a full new sign.
Okay.
So if
Take
you
the paint off of this one and.
Yeah,
put something
they strip it with the, you know, with the, like a, you know, power washer or whatever comes off like within seconds. And then they just run it through, you know, they have it all, everything is computerized and it lays out what they need and it makes those signs in literally about a minute. So,
Okay, so we still have a sign shop, is what you're saying?
yes, we still have a sign shop.
Okay. That's one of those things that we were gonna eliminate a while back.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Alder Patrick.
So is this the referral that I sent to you?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
just to clarify, for
Yep.
you, it's a artist, Rebecca Men from Kenosha, actually, they're relocating to Racine. Done a beautiful restoration on the building that used to be a cabinetry shop.
It was that, when I was a kid, it was King Realty because I knew the son.
There we go.
That's a long time ago. That's like, you know, we're talking seventies there. So,
Well, they've done a beautiful job restoring that building and for their art business, having the ability to have it pretty safe parking right up front for customers picking up pretty large pieces. So I'm excited that they're gonna be in District 4.
Why can't I imagine where that is?
it's mid-block.
It's mid-block, it's
West,
just
yeah. It's
south
all
of High
houses.
Street.
You know, yeah, it's north of High Street. So High Street is here. And then it's house. Well, there's a business on the corner, west side, house. And then there's like a brick building that used to be the cabinetry shop and that's all houses from here to the next corner.
So it's kind of across the street from the
West-
place with all the hanging, the house with all the hanging baskets. something.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Mid-block, just drive home that way.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's probably a 1920s brick,
Okay.
really
Yeah.
nice, solid. I think they've got a.
Driveway on the side,
Yeah,
on the south side.
so, and they're gonna be living and operating the business out of that location, so it's a nice addition to the neighborhood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Thank you for doing that.
Excited to hear about it.
Alder Perez.
So why are we doing this before the business is established there?
They requested it. That's,
Yeah, I think it's a matter of I mean, they've moved their studio, it's like happening, so I think it's just,
So they're permitted and everything else?
I believe so. Oh,
that's
guess,
not,
I
that's
mean,
the building department.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know if their business is operational, if they've got occupancy, that's not my.
but it's
and
close, if not, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they haven't moved in
They might have,
yet when they called me.
that's a question for Ken Plasky.
Well, it would make sense to have all of your ducks in a row as you're opening a business to make sure ABCD is in line. I don't know.
It was very surprising that because it's not yet established, that we're actually changing a traffic law or a parking restriction when we don't know any of this information.
But wouldn't it be too late once they started, and they didn't have the parking for them? And
Maybe,
so they.
maybe not. Apparently, it takes 2 weeks for this to happen.
Apparently,
So-
so, I love that. Mission seems good, but.
Right? 2 weeks by the time it gets published. and-
Yeah, once it gets approved by council next Tuesday, if it
Yeah.
does.
It gets
The
published
signs
2
will,
weeks
the signs will
later.
go up the next day.
No, can't.
Well, like,
They can only go up 2 weeks after because it doesn't become an ordinance until 2 weeks when it gets published. So you can't do something that's
Yeah.
not legal. Okay. Ready?
they,
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Any further discussion? Thank everyone for their input. There's no further discussion. I will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
It's been motioned by Alder Packrat, approved by Alder Land, to approve item 0869-22. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. This concludes our agenda for this afternoon. We are adjourned. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone. And we
What's
will
that?
see you
An envelope.
next week.
Okay, thank you.
And then we don't have another.
You get,
meeting,
yeah.
I don't know.
You get
Jackie,
the dozen.
it's your-
No, I don't need-
Open house,
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
January it is.
And, yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah, I was hoping for more, but that's all right. And everyone's very amenable, and the couple that was here before, when we were at that discussion, so that's good. Yeah.
This is a reaction.
Okay.